to the Feisty Podcast.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We are hitting our third podcast of the week. Third podcast of the week. Unedited by Steve podcast. We are back on the microphone. Do you know why we're back for the third time? Because my friend told me to do another podcast. Scotty was like, do another podcast, Steve. Do another one right now. Do it. I was like, what am I going to do it on, Scotty? He's like, ask Instagram. So I asked Instagram what to do a podcast on. And here we are. Somebody said, what's your, how did you become, fall in love with fashion? Because all my podcasts are about basketball. He was like, how did you fall in love with basketball and fashion? So I took the fashion thought. And then somebody else said, talk about your dating life. Lol. That's for another podcast. But I'm going to sandwich the two. This is going to be a curveball, swerveball. So, how did I fall in love with fashion? It's a very interesting story, one that some of you may or may not want to hear. I've always been a shoe guy. Anybody that knows Steve knows that he's a shoe guy. My shoe game is on point. Facts. All caps, full stop, exclamation mark. My fashion has not always been so. I've always been shorts and tracksuits and hoodies and tees and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And just been casual, most casual schmasual. But things that people don't know about me. So I was in a 6-year relationship. Best part of 5 years and 9 months. Quite a while ago now. And while I am a single Pringle, I was in this relationship for 5 years and about 9-10 months. With this individual. And it was actually a pretty shitty relationship. The way that relationship came about is that person was amazing. But things change, right? And what happened was I found out that I was not allowed to wear certain things. So there was a period of time where I was in this relationship, and the more I bedded into it, the more it was like, let's go out on Saturday, and I'd get dressed, and she'd be like, don't wear that. Actually, yeah, just don't wear that. Go get changed. Go wear something else. That doesn't go with that. It did go, because everyone who knows me knows I got style. Yeah, don't wear that shirt. Wear a different shirt. Don't wear that jumper. No, don't wear those jeans. Actually, why don't you stop playing basketball? So I didn't play basketball for 5 years for a period of my life. Also, I didn't have a bank card. I didn't have a bank card for 3.5 years. I had spending money. I never went to a petrol station on my own. I never went food shopping on my own. I used to go out with my friends. I used to get dropped off. I used to get given pocket money. And I used to get picked up. Bear in mind, I was in my 30s. I'm now 44. So for this best part of 80% of this relationship, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere on my own. I was dropped off, picked up, even though I had my own car. I didn't have my own bank card. I used to have to pay my way, which I don't mind doing, obviously, but this person also used to buy things that we used to both pay for because we lived together that I didn't necessarily want and used to have to pay half of. And we used to have amazing holidays that I never wanted. So I know that sounds ridiculous, but we went to New York, Boston, business class, drove in between, did 2 NBA games and 1,000,001 other things, which cost about £10,000. And she booked it and basically invoiced me $5,000 for it to keep me in what was, I guess, an abusive relationship because I could never leave because I was always in debt. So I never had a bank card. I was always in debt to her. I always just get dropped off, picked up. And I was also told what to wear. So, the interesting thing is, and I'm going to put this on Instagram when I've recorded this, and it'll be interesting to see how many people listen to this and actually comment on it. Anybody who knows me right now in this time and space, it'd be interesting to hear what their thoughts and feelings are on that, knowing who I am as a person now. And then when you circle back to the question about why do I love fashion so much? Because I am going to wear whatever I want to now. And some people are like, oh, bro, you be quirky. You be like, what? What, that combo? What? That doesn't quite go. Or maybe it does. Oh, you're the only guy that can pull that off. Do you know why? Because no fucks given now. I spent nearly 6 years in a relationship where I was not allowed to do anything that I wanted to do for myself. And the interesting thing there is that when that intertwines back into my life now, the only reason why I tried out for GB Maxi Basketball, which is the over 40s project that I'm a part of, is because I came out of that relationship and hadn't played basketball for so long and wanted to prove myself that I could play basketball. And also that I could play with these guys at this higher level, because I'd never played at this level. So that was like, the GB Maxi stuff came around 2 years after I'd came out of that relationship, maybe 3 years. And I was like, I'm going to do that. Petrified, obviously. But this short 7-8 minute podcast, my love for fashion is because one person in this world who also took my dog from me, because I had a dog once, for a long time in a relationship, oppressed my soul so much that now I don't take shit from no one. Like, I've dated, I've had relationships, little baby ones in between, and I will listen to my soul and my gut and my head, and I will give you the time of day, and I will date the shit out of anyone if they give me the right energy. But as soon as I feel disrespected or I feel like I've lost a part of my soul, you're done. So the next one, which I'll do maybe after the weekend, I'll talk about my dating life. Maybe I'll talk about my Tinder, Hinge, Bumble life history. And then maybe I'll sign up to another dating app as well, just to see what happens and tell you all about that stuff as well. We're going to record a podcast this weekend with Scotty while we're in Sheffield, so there will be another one anyway over the next few days. But just to conclude, the reason why Steve loves fashion is because somebody oppressed his soul and told him to get changed. Yeah, imagine that. Anyway, that was quick, punchy, short and sweet. 8, maybe 9 minutes by the time I've waffled out. Ugh, that sounds grim. Anyway, peace out. Short and sweet as always. I love you all. Can't wait to hear some feedback on this one, because I think some people might listen to it and be like, what? But the review is, don't suffer, suckers. Try and get out of your abusive relationships. And if you need any help, holler at your boy. Big Steve out. Big dog.
Welcome to the By Steve podcast.